Hello Aries, welcome to Free Your Spirit Healing. This is going to be messages for you for your highest good for the month of March 2026. Ooh. Money on your mind. It's like you're working at something diligently, something that's being built over a long period of time, something. Ooh, I'll take that. Maybe I'll take all of them. Oh. It could be that because your focus is so much on building a stable financial future for yourself, or continuing to build a stable financial future for yourself, that when an offer comes in, a new love offer, you're not even going to look at it. Or it could, for some of you, it could be someone apologizing, but you're still holding on to the wrongdoings in some way, and you've decided that you just don't want to look at that. So that's for some of you. And you're also looking at the friendships or the people that you have in place that really support who you are and fill your cup, so to speak. So that's where your focus is. And you may also have some kind of support or assistance from a family member or family members, or someone who feels like family, someone who's been loyal. I heard loyal to your cause. Well, it seems that there is going to be possibly more than one offer, or the same person trying again from a different angle. And it's possible that this person may come to you inspirationally with some idea that speaks to what you're doing. It may be financial help, or it may be an offer that just resonates with what you're trying to build or what you are building. And it's an offer worth looking at. It's something that makes you happy, or that brings you joy. It could be something quite playful, or something that makes you feel playful, something that brings out your playful side. Wow, this is nice. Yeah, it could be that you've just been too wrapped up in getting your life trajectory towards what you see, your long-term goals, that you don't see this coming. That could be another way I could read it, if it's not someone that you are expecting an apology from, or if it's not someone that you already know, because this does seem quite new with the Ace of the Cups and the Ace of the Wands. So it's emotional and possibly passionate. For some, it's just friendship. So take it as it resonates. But this is what's coming in March for you, Aries. Oh, okay. So this is interesting. There's something about the offer that's very enlightening. It's a new truth, or something that's really shed light on the matter. And there could be some kind of boss or father figure who's advising you in some way at that time. And the advice is, it could be coming from a very enlightened perspective or a spiritual perspective, although the person who's giving the advice, I feel, is very restricted or caught up in the material world or in what they've established for themselves. In one way, it's very grounding and solid and practical, but in another way, it's kind of restrictive, and it's bound them in that they are not able to, maybe they're not able to travel. You will hear from that person. And that's the third ace. You've got Ace of Swords now. So the only one that's missing is Ace of Pentacles. And it seems that the Pentacles, the finance or the value of things, is what you're focused on big time in March. There's something that begins and ends, or something, some kind of truth that's spoken about an ending, which created some kind of compromise in finance or value, or someone walked away, or someone abandoned, maybe someone abandoned a project to do with you, or yeah, or that's how you've received it, and that's why you're walking away this time, or you're disappointed in the outcome of that. Disappointment, or it could be this person telling you about their disappointments of being abandoned or feeling abandoned. Someone got cast aside, I feel, with that double whammy with a Five of Pentacles and a Five of Cups. But there is two cups standing, so there's something to learn, or something positive coming out of it for you, whether that's happened to you in March or whether it's someone you're dealing with. It looks like an emotional, passionate offer of some description that could be a gift that initially is, it's freeing, like it's enlightening. It's like, oh, it's like a relief feeling. But then there's this character, and this could be your situation, Aries. You could feel really caught up or bogged down or held down or chained down by your situation in the material world, but it also sustains you and keeps you stable. So it could be that. Oh. But I feel like whether it's you or someone you're dealing with, there's some clear truth being spoken about it, about how your situation has unfolded and what's no longer working for you, that you put a complete, clear ending to. It feels like something is very clearly ending, and the dynamic is changing, and truth is being spoken about it. It might be something that previously you've let go of, but you haven't actually verbalized, or you haven't received certain information. So I feel like March is when you're going to receive the information, and it's going to get verbalized, and all the things that you may have accumulated in thought, like all the assumptions about how someone's done something because of something, there's going to be clarity or information given to you that shows more depth, I feel, to the situation that happened. So it's what's unfolding for you. With those fives, I feel like there's a push for a change because of the ending, because you're clearly saying no, or someone else is clearly saying no, we can't do this. So I heard someone's between a rock and a hard place. Those two. And it may be that you and the other person live in completely different environments. And that could be environments as in your living environment, the type of household you run, or it could be environments as in like weather. They could be in a really cold place and you could be in a hot place, like in the desert or something like that. Or the tropics, I heard. So that might, something might pertain to a building as well. So there might be something going on or change needed in terms of building or structure, a building or building something. March is going to be the month where more communication happens over that. And then you may also receive communication about something to do with a court case or a legal matter. Something that needed balancing out is going to be balanced out in March. Yay, that's a good thing, Aries. And it will allow you to think further afield when this ruling happens. It will free you up to make a decision about travel. You may actually have like lots of different options in terms of the travel that you desire to take, the plan you want to make. And you may be looking at or solidifying some kind of plans for travel. Yet March also has you being responsible for quite a heavy load. So tell me about this. Tell me about the heavy load. Maybe that you have to put some things down or delegate before you can free up the time to travel. You might have quite a lot to get in place, or a lot of people to work with or designate things to in order to free up your time or let your burdens down in order to make your travel plans. Oh, the levers. Wow. Okay, so I feel like this is either to do with you prioritizing yourself and balancing out your masculine and feminine aspects, or you're going to get communication from the lever, or possibly meet someone. It's a decision. Oh, it's a balancing act, and maybe it's a balancing act to do with the financial implications connected to a relationship or connection that you had that may be coming back round in March, in order for you to be clear about your own karmic lesson in it and actually say no and finish it and clear it from your experience so that you can move forwards without repeating that lesson. That's a really clear message for quite a few Aries, I think. Tell me about this decision, please. That's decision for Aries. Definitely a hard decision to make. Oh, that's a lot of cards. Okay, and it's a hard decision to make because you have a very big backstory around that decision, quite possibly years in the making. So it's almost like you have a lot to say about it, but it also brings you anxiety when you talk about it. So you may feel that you have to regroup yourself, like you need to look at something objectively to put it to rest and to balance yourself out. So I feel like it's put the focus back onto yourself, your self-care. Put self-care at the forefront, and that will be how you gain victory over the situation. And you may also have some advice from a lady or a mother figure, or a feminine aspect who is can be very cutting with her words, very direct, very truthful, and she may be pointing out some kind of dynamic that's been created with what you want to actually put to rest and let go of, that seems to be coming back. It's almost like there's another offer in here somewhere, and it hasn't. It's ending something. The offer is ending something and asking you to leave it behind, but it's almost like you still have the decision. There's still something holding you, and the reason it's holding you is because it's a karmic lesson, and it's a big one, and it's painful, and it really pulls at your gut. And so it's almost like you want to do something about it. You want to do something physical about it, but you are restricted from doing anything, because that would only make things worse. It's like wanting to, like, I don't know, scream at someone or punch them, and that doesn't get anyone anywhere. So I feel like March is like working on forgiveness, working on balancing yourself out, working on your self-care regime, and overcoming that burden. And the feminine advice may be for you to let your hair down, like go out and party, or for some of you, it's like look at what you're drinking. So maybe even if you don't drink alcohol, I mean, if you drink alcohol, you might be drinking too much of it. Or if you don't do that, it might be look at the source of what your water source. Look at what the drink is, because some water sources are not as good as others, in terms of, like, some of them have really bad contaminants in. Or maybe you need to change the filter on your water system if you have a water filter, or if you don't have a water filter, it might be a good thing to look into getting a water filter. And there is also for some of you, there's a third party involved or third thing involved that now there's someone else or something else in the picture. It could be, for a lot of you, it's a mother figure. So it could be someone's mum sticking their oar in or getting in the way of a decision that you ultimately have to make, because it's your life, Aries. But as well as the Lovers, we've got the Two of Cups as well, and a new beginning. So it may be that you actually meet someone else when you've already met someone else when this goes on in March, and that the other one feels like someone coming back, connected to, coming around. Or there's definitely 2 or possibly 3 offers coming your way in March, and a lot of decision making. Something that could change the course or trajectory of your life. You could be meeting someone who's actually very stable and secure in themselves, and or if it's not meeting someone, it's someone who's in your life who's a really good influence on you in that way. Someone you actually see a long-term successful future with. That's beautiful, Aries. Let's see what the heart cards want to share with you. I'm also getting extremely hot doing this read, so I know it's Year of the Fire Horse and you're an Aries. There's something, you may be on fire, you may be achieving a lot this month. Helpless and hopeless. Wow. Yes. So yeah, this again is to do with decision making. You've got the Lovers, you've got Two of Pentacles, you've got Two of Swords, you've got Two of Cups. So a lot of juggling or a lot of big decisions to make that will affect the trajectory of your life. And it may be that with this this situation, with this new offer, one that puts an ending to things, that you feel helpless and hopeless when it happens. It is a karmic cycle that could go through infinite amount of loops. So you could go around and do this again, but it feels like at this stage you were already using your intuition and seeing that it's not in your benefit, because it's just dragging you further into an abyss of some sort. And so you're going to be putting your focus in the middle. It reminds me of that saying that either there's you, the other person, and the problem, and either the problem is in between you and you both argue about it, or you both look at the problem objectively and try and solve the problem. So I feel that that's where you're coming from and what you're saying is to solve the problem. You've got to both be working on the problem. And you're looking towards the sun. You're seeing that either way there's big mountains to climb. But either way, the sun lights your way. Oh, and then someone might be really struggling to speak up, or struggling with finding ways to say things that are kind. And you might have someone who's a bit angry, or needing to temper themselves, or find ways to reframe things. So looking at the sun and the sky. And whatever decisions you make are the right decisions. There is no wrong, because even if the decision causes something else, there's beauty or lessons to be found in everything that we go through. So, animal spirit. Oh, Aries. I really associate hawk with you as well. You've got hawk. So yeah, taking the bird's eye perspective, looking at exactly what you want and seeing it from above, and then diving down and going for the kill. Soaring high in the sky. So yeah, energy of hawk is with you for the month of March. And someone's going on a carnivore diet. That feels complete. Let's go have one more. I heard someone go, one more. Okay. So, and on the helpless hopeless card is number 8. So number 8 is your card of the month. Number 8. Infinite possibilities. Getting there. Working towards some outcome. Jump in. Andromedan energy. Adventure. Say yes to change. So you are changing the game. You're changing things up. And it's going to work in your favor. The more you put your energy into tempering yourself and self-care and changing that trajectory, like just completely clearing the old stuff, making room for the new. And new is coming in. And if it's not right when it comes in, then you just finish it, which is good. You're not entertaining old cycles anymore. So that's great. Good one, Aries. Well, thanks for spending this time with me, and please like the video and share it with other Aries, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next month. Mwah!